This is why dogs are special. Hey all, in this video you will learn everything about why dogs are special, so make sure you watch till the end. Also, check out the description for more helpful information and if you consider buying a dog. Have you considered adding a dog to your family but aren't sure which breed is right for you? The idea that animals may feel love was once frowned upon by animal psychologists who saw it as an example of putting sentimentality before of scientific rigor. However, a new book claims that when it comes to dogs, the term is essential to comprehending what has made the human-dog relationship one of the most crucial interspecies relationships in history. In Dog is Love, Why and How Your Dog Loves You, Clive Wine, founder of the Canine Science Collaboratory at Arizona State University, makes the argument. The 59-year-old animal psychologist began researching dogs in the early 2000s, and he, like his peers, believed that assigning complicated emotions to them constituted the sin of anthropomorphism, until he was persuaded by mounting evidence. In an interview with AFP, the Englishman stated, "I think there comes a moment when it's worth being skeptical of your In the last 2 decades, canine science has had a rebirth, with much of it glorifying dogs' intelligence. Brian Hare's book, The Genius of Dogs, promoted the notion that dogs have an intrinsic and remarkable intelligence. Vine, on the other hand, plays spoiler, claiming that Fido isn't all that bright. Pigeons can recognize different types of items in 2D imagery. Dolphins have demonstrated that they grasp grammar, and honeybees use dance to communicate the location of food sources, all feats that no dog has ever been known to perform. Even wolves, the progenitor species of dogs famed for their ferocity and lack of interest in humans, have demonstrated the ability to respond to human cues, including playing fetch in a recent Swedish study. Vine offers a paradigm change, combining cross-disciplinary data to argue that dogs are distinguished by their hypersociability or extreme gregariousness. Gene for Williams syndrome. One of the most significant breakthroughs has come from research into oxytocin, a brain hormone that helps people from emotional attachments, but which, according to new data, also helps dogs and humans form interspecies partnerships. Takefumi Kikusui of Japan's Azabu University has discovered that when humans and their canines gaze into each other's eyes, levels of chemicals surge, matching a reaction seen between mothers and babies. Bridget Oneholt, a UCLA geneticist, revealed a surprise discovery in 2009. Dogs have a mutation in the gene that causes Williams syndrome in people, a condition marked by intellectual deficiencies and a proclivity for socializing. What dogs, like individuals with Williams syndrome, have in common is a need to develop strong bonds, to have warm personal relationships, to love and be loved, Wine writes. New behavior tests have also yielded numerous insights, many of which were designed by Wine himself and are simple to recreate at home using treats and cups. One experiment entailed putting a rope to open a dog's front door and placing a bowl of food at the same distance from its owner, with the animals overwhelmingly going to the people first. Magnetic resonance imaging has honed down on the neurology, revealing that dogs' brains respond to praise just as much, if not more, than they do to food. However, while dogs are born with a natural desire for affection, it takes early care to develop. Humans aren't the only ones who fall in love. In an experiment that was the subject of a 2015 film, a farmer who raised pups along a puppy colony on a small Australian island was able to save the birds from marauding foxes. Love is all that is required. The next frontiers in dog study, according to Wine, may be genetics, which will assist solve the mystery process of domestication that occurred at least 14,000 years ago. Wine believes in the trash heap idea, which claims that ancient dogs' forerunners clustered around human dumping places, gradually ingratiating themselves with humans before forming the lasting connection we know today through combined hunting expeditions. It's significantly less romantic than the popular idea of hunters capturing wolf pups and then training them, which Vine dismisses as a totally unsupportable frame of view, given the ferocity of adult wolves who would attack humans. Scientists will be able to determine when the critical mutation in the gene that governs Williams syndrome happened, thanks to recent advancements in ancient DNA sequencing. Vine believes this occurred between 8,000 and 10,000 years ago, near the conclusion of the last ice age, when humans began hunting with dogs on a regular basis. Beyond furthering research, he contends that these findings are significant because of their consequences for canine welfare. That means rejecting cruel, pain-based training practices such as choke collars, which are based on debunked concepts of dominance espoused by celebrity trainers who demand dog owners become pack leaders. All your dog wants for you is to guide them in the right direction, Vine adds, emphasizing the importance of compassionate leadership and good reinforcement. It also entails scheduling time to address their social needs rather than isolating them for most of the day. Our dogs offer us so much and don't expect much in return, he explains. You don't have to buy all of these pricey toys and goodies, and who knows what else is accessible. They just want to be with people, says the narrator. In recent decades, dog research has surged. Canine cognition labs have opened at universities, and scientists have studied the intelligence, behavior, biology, and skills of dogs. Clive Vine, a psychologist and founder of Arizona State University's Canine Science Collaboratory, has a new book that takes readers through the burgeoning field of dog science. In it, he believes that what distinguishes dogs is their ability to create intimate relationships with other animals. In other words, their ability to love. Vine discusses his book Dog is Love, Why and How Your Dog Loves You with the Washington Post recently. The length and clarity of this interview have been altered. The Washington Post reports that, "Of course my dog loves me," many dog owners will say. What is the point of studying this? Vine: it's worth considering that what appears to be something in our pets that people are glad to call love might possibly not have warranted the moniker. It's possible that our dogs were feigning it in order to earn better treats. Ultimately, for me, it's about trying to figure out what makes dogs special and what makes them successful. Scientists in the first decade of the 21st century were primarily interested in the hypothesis that dogs possess unique forms of intelligence and social cognition. From the perspective of those of us who work in the field of dog research, the notion that attachment rather than intelligence is the hidden element that makes dogs successful is rather novel. An expansive multidimensional entity like love at the end of the day must be broken down into small, measurable components. But I believe it would be a disservice to undertake science on the small, measurable components and avoid attempting to combine all of those data into a picture. Dogs are referred to as man's best friend by many people. If you don't own a dog though, you have no way of knowing if this is true. That is something I can attest to. Dogs are the best buddies a person could have. Dogs are wonderful companions. There are a plethora of reasons why having a dog is beneficial. Dogs are always in circumstances when you can see they were hoping for something different to happen, but that's not what happened. Something as basic as their head getting caught can be the most amusing thing you'll witness all day. You will never appreciate how really unselfish a dog is unless you have one. Dogs will go to great lengths to help you, even if it means placing themselves in danger. Everyone has heard of the wild stories about dogs saving their families when their house catches fire, or dogs going back into burning buildings to save their families. Simply put, dogs will prioritize your life over their own. Dogs are always eager to go on walks, which is great for both you and them. Exercise is essential for both you and your canine companion's health. On a sunny day, taking your dog walk or a hike can be a great opportunity for both of you to get out of the house and get some fresh air. Your dog will always be there to greet you at the door when you arrive home, whether you're rich or poor. Even the simplest things such as going for a stroll, scratching their tummy, or walking back into the room excite them. When your dog sees you, they will always kiss your face and wag their tail. So what do you think? Let us know in the comments and share your experience with other interested dog owners. Also, check out the description for more helpful information and if you consider buying a dog. And if you found this video helpful, it would be great if you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss new videos and learn new things.